Why can't everyone just be as enlightened as me? Why other people have all these negative thoughts? Why my friends are being so unaware and not so mindful when they will start meditating? Why they keep eating red meat? These are all my thoughts that I had when I became more awakened and when I read Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, and I thought, okay, now I am enlightened. So I don't know how it is to be enlightened, and no one will probably tell you how it is, but I can tell you my 4 mistakes that I had on the enlightenment journey and on my way to be more mindful, so that you can avoid it and you can become more mindful yourself faster and easier. So the first thing I did is judging people who judge. I was like, okay, why are you living your miserable life? Why you can't just stop all these negative thoughts, all this drama in your life? It's so easy. Just dump this boy and just live your life, just find a job. And this is what I was saying to my friends. I thought that now I'm so enlightened and they're not, and they should all follow the path that I had, and I limited my communication with the people that were not so enlightened. And that actually is another side of the ego, and that is another side of being not enlightened, and it's actually even worse than judging other people, is judging people who judge. And if you caught yourself in trying to be more mindful, but at the same time to judge people who are not mindful, who keep gossiping, who keep telling bad things about other people, it means that you are not enlightened and you are on the wrong path. So I try to notice when I judge other people, no matter what. No matter how bad they did, I don't have a right to judge anyone because I don't know their story. It doesn't mean that you need to accept all the bad things happening, but it doesn't mean that you need to judge them either. Try to divert this energy from judging to manifesting what you want in your life and to be more mindful about your own life. Take care of yourself first, put the oxygen mask on yourself, and then take care of the rest. The second mistake and failure is that I waited for the universe to give me all these blessings, all this abundance, just because I'm mindful. And I was like, where are the results? I'm doing my morning routine, I'm doing all these meditations, I'm being mindful, I'm controlling my thoughts, I'm controlling my emotions, I do all of these things that people in the self-help books write. But where are my money? Where is my husband? Where are my things that I manifested? Why are my wishes are not coming true? Okay, universe, what is going on? I made my part of the deal. Now it's your turn. That is also a big mistake that I did, just waiting for the results, waiting for the universe to give it to you because you are doing the things right. But then I realized universe doesn't owe me anything, and only when I give up all the things, all the wantings, all the wishes, the true abundance will come. It's also interesting that I read the story that Eckhart Tolle was still, and this book just came in his mind by itself and he just wrote it down. So he basically didn't do anything, he just wrote whatever came to his mind from the universe or like consciousness or whatever you call it, from God. And then his book became a bestseller. Oprah is making friends with him and asking him to do all the series about his book, and he got a lot of money probably for that. And I'm like, okay, where is my book? Where is my program? Where is my thing that will make me rich? Why it's not coming to your mind? I just don't want to do anything. I want this thing to come in my mind. I'll write it down and I'll become rich. But the main thing I need to focus on is my feelings, is my alignment with myself. And when I will truly give up all the wishes, they will come true. When I'll stop waiting, when I'll stop thinking that something will make me happy, whether it's money, etc. Don't wait for the blessings from the universe just because you're mindful, just because you control your thoughts, just because you're doing meditations. Give up and then it will come to you. The third mistake that I had is thinking that now I'm enlightened and I need to accept all these things, all the situations happening in my life. And I was abused from some people because I thought, okay, this is the experience that I had to live through and I need to behave like I've chosen it. If this happened, then it meant to be. But in reality, this is not true. In particular, you don't have to accept bullshit, or you don't have to accept the bad behavior, the bad treatment from other people. And being enlightened doesn't mean you accept this behavior. So you need to have your own boundaries when you're on this way. You need to have own boundaries. You need to know what you can accept and what you cannot accept and find this balance. I also thought that now that I'm enlightened, I won't have any negative feelings, and I don't have a right to have negative feelings like anger, sadness, or whatever it is. And my parents or my family, they are mocking me and they're like, you said you were enlightened, why are you screaming at me? Why are you being nervous? Why are you being annoyed? But being enlightened doesn't mean you only have good and positive feelings, you only have all these rainbows and unicorns everywhere and your poop smells like some flowers. No, it means that you just have different attitude, and maybe the intensity of your anger, of your annoyance, of your depression is getting lower, but it won't turn off automatically. It takes time, and maybe these feelings will transform. For example, I was triggered by not getting my meal at the restaurant in time, and I would scream at the waiter. I'm really embarrassed about that experience, but I want you to realize how crazy I was, how aggressive I was, how impatient I was. But now I'm much more accepting and I'm much more calm. So if there is something wrong, I tell it to people. I don't accept it, and I am not a victim. I just tell it, but I don't tell it with anger or negativity. I just ask them, okay, where is my food? Why it's taking so long? Can you please hurry up? I'm really hungry. But before I would just scream like, where is my food? Why I'm not getting it? And I would allow my ego to grow big and to think that other people are lower and I can treat them poorly just because I pay them money. But then when I started being mindful, I thought that, okay, I don't want my ego grow. I won't tell them that my soup is cold. I'll just eat the cold soup or whatever it is. But now I know that I can tell it. I can fix any situations that I don't like. Tell people that you don't like something, that you want to improve something, but don't do it with all of these emotions provoked by your pain body or by your ego. Just tell it calmly and with dignity. And the final mistake that I made is comparing my meditations. And I had few very powerful meditations when I just went to the cosmos, to the universe or whatever. I just had this feeling how I flew somewhere and I couldn't control my body. I couldn't move my fingers or my legs or my arms, and this probably I won't be able to explain it. If you felt it, you know it. If you didn't feel it, you don't understand. But I got this really powerful meditations where I finally let go of all the thoughts. And after that, I thought that all of my meditations should be like that. All of my meditations should be as powerful and as clear, as perfect as this one's. And of course, this was not the case. Sometimes 90% of my meditation or even 95% of my meditation I was thinking about past and present. I wasn't alert, I wasn't mindful, I wasn't getting rid of my thoughts. I would be discontent about that, and I would tell myself that you're not trying hard enough. That was a bad meditation. That was just a waste of time. But after the course that I'm going through, which is called mindfulness-based stress reduction, I realized that kindness is the key here. And some meditations can be better, some meditations can be not so great, not that something that you expected, but every time I take 10 or 15 minutes to become still, even try counts, okay? And I need to be kind for myself, and I don't need to compare these meditations and say that this was better and this was not. So if you caught yourself in comparing and trying to assess your mindfulness, assess your meditations, this is not going to end up well. Believe me, I've been through it. I hope that this will prevent you from doing the same mistakes, or trying to avoid them, or trying to stop them if you are experiencing them now. If you had any other thoughts or any other experiences in your mindfulness journey, please leave the comment down below. I would be really happy to take this conversation and to discuss it and try to see different paths that people take in order to be more mindful. Don't forget to turn on notifications and see when I upload videos, and bye!